Well, upon release from the hospital, it was recommended that my brother be placed into a nursing home. Stayed in the nursing home 11 days. And in 11 days, he became septic. He was bleeding because he had a catheter and it was blood in the bag that I noticed. And I brought that to the attention of the nurse. They were supposed to take care of that, but they did not take care of that. Anthony didn't know anybody from this area because he's originally from Lafayette. So I was checking on him 2 and 3 times a day. This particular morning, I got up at 2 o'clock in the morning and went to see about my brother. It was exactly 17 degrees. It was very cold. I went out to check on my brother. He was in a fetal position, and it was bright red blood coming from the tube into the bag, and it was also pus. I touched him. He was very warm, and there was an odor that you could hardly breathe because the odor was so strong. I called 911. The ambulance came, picked him up, and took him to the hospital. He was served there. He stayed in the hospital for about 3 weeks.
Which hospital was that?
He was at Cabrini. The doctors there encouraged me to take my brother home and take care of him. He said, because you can get better care. Told me about long-term care. I didn't know anything about long-term care, but the doctor gave me the information, wrote information down, had the nurse to research some things, gave me phone numbers, gave me names. The following day, I made the phone call, and I learned about long-term personal care. But at that particular time, there were cuts being implemented to where some people were getting only 16 hours a week, some were getting 10 hours a week. And I know with my brother, I needed more than that because we were not getting physical therapy, we were not getting a lot of things that we needed, and we needed more help. But luckily for us, during this whole process, and when I applied for long-term care, there was a lawsuit, and several, I guess, patients filed a lawsuit, and they wanted more help because they needed more help. They wanted their loved ones at home. It was cheaper because, believe it or not, even in a nursing home, you still have to come up with some money. Because when my brother was in a nursing home for 11 days, it cost me quite a bit because I've had to take care of his diapers. I've had to take care of a lot of his personal care needs, clothing, and I've had to wash for him because his clothes just disappeared. So I figured after talking to the doctor and got all the information I needed, okay, I'm going to try this. Brought him home, long-term care went in, the suit was filed, and undoubtedly the patient that filed the suit won the case. So I was told that instead of getting the 16 hours that I was going to get, once I was accepted, that we were going to get 32 hours a week. So we got the 32 hours a week, and Anthony was cared for, but we still could not get physical therapy, which I couldn't understand. They were going to give him physical therapy in the nursing home under Medicaid, but at home you cannot get physical therapy under Medicaid, which I thought was kind of crazy because they're paying more for it in the nursing home. They're not paying me, and I'm providing the service for my brother in my home. I'm doing complete, total care. Because once the 32 hours a week is used up, I have to come up with the other hours, and I have to provide those hours. I don't get paid for it, and I'm not looking for payment. All I wanted for my brother to be treated fairly because he worked, he paid into the system.